How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the Master League featuring Ted Lasso at QPR. Where we left off the last episode, we were finally playing some of the top teams in the championship as January is just around the corner, which means the start of the transfer window for the winter. Where are we at? We're not in a great spot. We're in the midfield once again this season. It looks like we've really slipped up here. And really have had to Ted's really had to gone back to basics because this episode is not going to be easy for us. We've got two really tough fixtures back-to-back here with Brighton Hove Albion and West Bromwich Albion on the road. Both of them are 1 and 2 in the table, respectively. And so Ted's going to really have to pull out all the guns here if he's going to get something going. Hopefully, maybe some more tactical tweaks will go in his favor. Also, you may have noticed there may be some changes to the Master League as far as just visuals. I've gone ahead and upgraded my patch I was using. Gone to a full PTE patch this time, the latest one, 5.3. And also added some new stadiums in here. So you're going to see some fresh new stadiums as we get to them. But for now, let's head down to the pitch and see the lineup for Ted Lasso. Right, here is the lineup. It's going to be Bauman in net. No surprise there. Sicardo with Calker, the center backs. Hall's on bad form, so that's why he's not playing. Perch is getting a start. We haven't seen him in a while. He's actually going to be playing left back with Sabely playing the right back. Sandro, DMF. Next to him is Brozovic. We've gone back to the 4-2-3-1. Just the 4-3-3 was just leaving us a bit too exposed. With Pinar on the left wing. Redmond on the right wing. Zolik's going to be the attacking mid for this one, and Poulter is going to be the lone striker up top. Well, it's an absolute gorgeous day here in the Midlands. Or not the Midlands, in Brighton Hove Albion. Sorry if I screwed that up. The American Express Stadium sees the top of the table clash here with Brighton Hove Albion as QPR look to stop their losing skid here in the dead of winter. It's a corner now. Norwood to whip this in. Oh, that's a good ball in, and a close opportunity there as Brighton get the first chance of the match here on a corner. It was kind of well marked, but still found the head of number 8 there. Just went wide. And fullbacks overlapping now. Oh, the header, and it just goes wide as Murray finds the opportunity there in the box. And we're just moving forward with the pressure and just unable to do anything with it there. Just kind of holding them at bay. Able to get the shot on frame, just missing though. Cleared upfield. Oh my gosh. A terrible clearance, and Brighton Hove Albion get an opportunity to bury that one home. You can see we're just all kinds of out of position here. And not a good clearance, a wide open net, but luckily the shot just drags wide. And see if I can hit the head. Oh, the volley! And Poulter got a foot to it, but he just couldn't put it away. Brilliant cross there from Perch. And that was awfully close to taking the lead here. Man to man here. Cover everybody. Norwood walks in this one in. It's punched away. Just barely out of the area. Out wide to Bruno. And the shot just clears away. And it just goes wide. And Brighton Hove Albion have just been taking it to us right now. Having a tough time. We're staying compact, but they're just finding ways to break us down here as we were unable to just get the ball off their feet. And another chance. Control that space. Oh no. Space opened up now, and the shot just goes wide. Oh, that's just sloppy defense. We're running tired, bad passes, and Brighton Hove Albion just trying to break through here, and they have just missed the net or just ran into the keeper, and they just cannot bury it. The 1-2, Murphy, the shot, and it goes in. Frustrating. We had the mark, just couldn't hold on at the very end. And Brighton Hove Albion get the goal thanks to Jay Murphy. Bauman's disgusted. He's had a heck of a game. But once again, we're just getting outmatched here by a much better Brighton Hove Albion side. Here's another look at it here. Run thing, the referee has not been calling any fouls here in the second half. Just opened up the play, and Sabali just lost a step there. Not much you can do about it when you lose a step like that. And now it's going to be all out attack from here on out for Ted's boys. Now down the wing to Redmond. Redmond loses it. It's out for a corner. We get a chance here. We're going to get a chance. We haven't had many corners in this one. Let's see if we can find one to tie it here. Brozovic whips it in. That's a good ball in! And it's an equalizer! A late equalizer here has tied it up, and it's the center back Cocker making that near post run. Oh, man, the big boy steps up big time, and we have tied this game late after giving up a late goal. The drama just builds here as the set-piece corner was brilliantly taken there by Brozovic. And Cocker made the brilliant run to that near post and buries it to the far, out of the reach of the keeper. And Ted Lasso may get away with a point here. Oh, nicely done by Bahabula, wins it back. Oh, the referee blows the whistle just as we were going on the counterattack. QPR looked bleak there, but managed to get a point on the road against the top of the table. Oh, it's a good result for us. Well, I must say the fact that we stole a point there was a vital one. You can see we were outclassing this one quite a bit. The shot totals were definitely in the favor of the home side. A lot of those we made our own mistakes in the midfield, just making terrible passes in the midfield, and it led to probably about half of those shots on just quick counters. I thought tactically we played well. The changes Ted's made back to the 4-2-3, they were pretty effective. Although we had possession in the first half, but the second half we were just getting bullied on the ball a little bit. But the good news was we managed to hold on to this. This was a very entertaining matchup nonetheless, but 1 point on the road was huge. And man of the match will go to Calker. Yeah, I might give it nod to Bauman because he played outstanding. Look at Brozovic playing at 7. He had a fantastic game as well on the assist. You know what? I'm pretty happy with the way my team played today. They looked solid. Despite all the shots we took, we didn't look that rattled. So that's an encouraging sign for Ted Lasso going forward. All right, team of the month for December in the Skybet Championship. We got good representation all around. No QPR players as we had having a terrible winter as per usual. Okay. All right, so they've increased the fee to nearly 10 million here for Pinar. We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this deal. It's just a matter of fact that Pinar won so much money that I'm just not willing to give him that much money for. I really wanted him to be kind of on the bench, but he's kind of worked his way up. He's grown quite nicely, but I just can't sign him. I'll just have to let him go. Sorry. So we'll go ahead and accept the deal here for Pinar to leave. Get a big chunk of change back, which is always nice to have. Before we get started with the next match, since we're more or less halfway through the season, let's see the growth of our players. Just give you guys an insight of how the team is growing with all the training Ted's been doing. And obviously the guy that's been getting the biggest boost this year has been Redmond. He's been on a dramatic improvement for seems like forever, several months. He started the year as a 77. And he's climbed all the way up to an 82, so that is terrific growth from the winger. Very happy with that. He's finally kind of blossomed into this awesome player. But question still remains: is he going to be is he willing to stay at a club that's not pushing for the title? Only time will tell. But right now, he's doing a great growth. Brozovic, who we just signed, you see he's kind of staying the course, not really growing. He's kind of peeking out a little bit. Calker, he got a little bit of growth this season, so he's looking pretty decent. Just bumped up to an 80. That looks like that's about where he's going to peak out. Sabely starting to turn the corner with some growth, looking okay. Zolik, he's kind of hitting that peak level now. Finding a lot of players that are getting close to that peak level right now. Chiravella, not a lot of growth like last season. Last year he had the dramatic improvement, but he has bumped up a little bit to a 75. Good growth out of that midfielder that we signed last year. Yenny, another one that's kind of just leveled off. Not really. He's still above the curve, so that's good. Pinar, we actually just sold him, so we won't talk about him. Mignolet, again, still on course. Hasn't been with the club that long. Bauman, looking decent. Washington's got some growth. He's nice. He didn't grow very much I don't think he grew at all last season, but now he's up to a 73. It's really kind of taken off, so looking really good. He's pretty much stood out now as the new #1 this season, replacing our leading goal scorer from last season, Poulter. There's the Diakite center back we just signed. Hall, he's dropped this season. He's at 72, but I think he's starting to drop. So even though he's at peak level, he's kind of fluxing between 72. So maybe an upgrade there. Sandro, he's already on the decline, but he's still above his curve. Poulter's right on his curve. Having a pretty subpar season compared to last season. Mathis, our Youth Academy players, on pretty consistent growth. Zaccardo as well. Panelos, underperforming, obviously. That's why he's been relegated to the bench. Robinson, he's actually grown to 70 this season. He was a 69, so I'm either going to sell Panelos or Robinson. Whoever can give me the best offer can have him. But right now, I got to get rid of one of those players. Lynch on the decline. I'm going to try to sell him, because we've really kind of front-loaded on center backs now. I just don't have a place for him. Poplin, another Youth Academy player, grew a little bit here. He's looking maybe be the future #1 keeper of this club. So yeah, I've been looking to sell him, but now I'm kind of thinking about not. But for now, he's still on the squad, and he's still kind of declining just slightly. Perch, really bad decline, but still a serviceable player for us. Get some more depth at fullback, he may be out the door as well. Gladwin, been pretty happy with him off the bench. He's showing some good signs of growth as the midfield role. Bahambula's taken a bit of a dip this year. He hasn't been featured a lot since we brought in Brozovic, but I think he's going to be, if we get some more minutes off the bench for him, he'll pop right back up.
Here's the lineup Ted Lasso is going to bring out for his matchup against West Bromwich Albion. Bauman and net, no surprise there. Cocker and the debuting Diakite at center back with Minyugi and Sabely, the fullbacks. Sandro at center at DMF with Chiravella at CMF beside him. Zolik going to be back on the left midfield side, and Redmond back on the right midfield side with Brozovic, the attacking mid, and Washington's getting the start up top. All right, it's a very cloudy evening here at West Bromwich Albion, but you can look at the new stadium I've added to this patch. It's absolutely stunning here as we get highlighted. Diakite, the new signing. We signed him in this past fall. Finally, the window's open so he can come aboard. Strengthen our back line. It's definitely going to need it here, especially against a team that's fighting for promotion. And tries to spring a counter on the far side. Didn't work. Headed away. Falls to Fletcher now. Space opening up. The shot, and it just drags wide. As Shadley was lurking there. Nice bit of play there. The ball just took a nice deflection. It was just not cleared properly. Falls wide. The lane opened up in the middle, and Shadley almost found a pocket of space. Good pressure here. Oh, that's a brilliant ball. Chadley down the wing. That's going to be a header, and oh my goodness, Rondon nearly sent it wide as the counterattack nearly paid dividends for Tony Pulis aside. Take another look at it here. What a through ball down the wing. Just we were pushed up forward. We were putting more and more pressure on, but the shot just curled wide off the head of Rondon. Cleared away by. Oh, Washington wins it back. Oh, it's deflected. And the rebound, and he sent it wide. The low cross had too much speed on it. We countered on the break there. Redmond able hustling down there, wins the ball back, whips it in. Just maybe a bit too hard to Washington, but he couldn't direct it on frame. Shadley. The shot! Shadley gets it away. He has been a menace down that wing. We just have not been able to keep him in check. He's been able to muscle his way through our defense. As we weren't in bad positions here. Sandro just cut out the angle, but just hits the side netting. Oh, come on, referee. Finally, the referee's going to call something here. He swallowed the whistle here in the second half, that's for sure. Straight yellow card for that challenge, and Washington is down. And that is not a good sign for QPR. He's been our best striker this season. And that looks to be a nasty knock as they came in hard and fast on him. And that's the final whistle, a 0-0 draw. As Ted Lasso's boys survive this tough road encounter. West Bromwich Albion lost the opportunity to score some points to gain promotion. Well, that was a physical matchup, that's for sure. Ended up being a very even match, even though, the quality chances went to West Brom. But we definitely had our chances too. I mean, it just comes down to the passing and the crispness of the AI. Just a lot more crisp than we were. But we weren't too bad. 79% usually on the higher end of what we do. The game was just getting ramped up. See, we just made too many interceptions. We got to limit that. Just make better passing. Not much to say. It's another solid point on the road for Ted's boys. And man of the match goes to Galway. Do not agree with this. Bauman made some terrific saves. But for us, Diakite on debut didn't really inspire, did he? Washington, the center forward, just not getting the job done. And he definitely took a knock, so hopefully he's not out for too long. Here is the table as it stands. West Bromwich Albion couldn't gain any ground with that draw, so Brighton Hove Albion continued to lead the championship here as we are more or less halfway through the season as we've played everybody. Our record stands at 8-7-8. That's mid-table form for sure. 15 goals. Our goal scoring's been very lacking. We probably should have invested some forwards, but I don't know if that's going to help at this point because we knew coming into the season defense was going to be the focus for Ted Lasso, and the 18 goals conceded's much improved. We're mid-pack, I would say for sure. But I mean, we played number 1 and number 2 in this episode, and we were absolutely solid. We crawled that goal back late after we gave up a late goal to Brighton. And then the West Bromwich Albion game, we hung on to it. We kept up with them pretty much the whole match. So I'm pretty happy with the way it went. But that will wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the updated graphics with the new stadiums. You're going to see some more of that as we continue to press onwards here into this year number 2. I want to try to get this wrapped up before PES 18 drops. The hype is definitely real, but we still have about half of a season left to go. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna simulate. We're gonna keep simulating up through the games that are with weaker opposition to us. But right now we're in the murderer's row now, as we've got some more tough opposition coming up in the next episode. But you'll get to see the nice Loftus Road Stadium, the actual stadium. I've got it in the game finally. But until next time, I'm ISU31, and I really hope you enjoyed this, and keep liking the videos and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next time.